been free because every citizen knew that even had he there with majority support to express his opposition, the government had a force at its disposal that would have nullified his We're defending the sovereignty freedom of the Italian people. By demanding the nullification of the elections.
Matteotti!
Now we can prepare my funeral oration.
Matteotti made a speech of an outrageously provocative nature, which should deserve more concrete reply than a label of scoundrel.
And he's coming out. I wonder what will happen next. Oh no! Oh no! The stab! Oh no! And then they're
killed the idea the workers will be blessed with that body.
oh no! And they're driving with the body, and the body's getting taken over to a place outside of Rome, and there she will die. Die, Matteotti, die. Aventine's Assassination. Why are you leaving Parliament? What are you doing?
Because the parliament is not as legitimate as before, so we were really disappointed on that. I think I'm going to set up a new parliament with what I want in it.
And so you're going to be like the ancient Romans and set it up on another hill in Rome?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh
that
my gosh.
That would be ideal.
Okay, well good luck to you.
Thank you.
Lady. Mussolini has all the luck. The opposition has always been very troublesome to me, but with him, it just walks out and leaves the field free.
The position is untenable. It is impossible to remain in power with a dead man at one's feet.
Everyone feels that something ought to be done, but no positive decision can be reached.
Tie our hands. All that is needed to solve the Italian problem is a few hundred thousand deaths.
Now we're going to...
Everything that has happened has always happened either through the direct will or through the approval and complicity of the Duce.
I'm going to hear from King Victor Emmanuel III about what he thinks of this crisis.
Maybe it is better to let Mussolini stay like this. Perhaps he has learned his lesson. I am not a judge. I should not be told such things about the murder. And I am blind and deaf, and my eyes and ears are the Senate and the Chamber of Deputies.
But here comes the army. What are they going to say?
We will obey the king.
The elite of Italy believe that we prefer to keep Mussolini in power. We do not want another government. We think we can control Mussolini better from now on. Here we're going to hear from Pope Pius XI about this crisis.
Mussolini has saved Italy from the honor of the whole world, or the socialism and communism. Cardinal Gasperi tells me that the overthrow of Mussolini could plunge the country into fire and blood.
We're now going to hear from the Aventine secessionists and the other socialists who oppose Mussolini.
We have failed to understand what fascism means. We must await the king's decision here, as he is our constitutional monarch. We do not want to frighten the king. So we will not call for a general strike. We cannot call ourselves the sole parliament of Italy as much as we would like to do so. We feel it is essential to do something, but we cannot decide on anything positive. We feel that with the passage of time, the enemy is catching his breath, and that without a doubt, the Matteotti affair has now been drained of its possibilities.
The speech I am going to make may not be classifiable as a parliamentary speech. I here declare, before this chamber and before the whole Italian people, that I alone assume full political, moral, and historical responsibility for all that has happened.
We're with you, viva Duce!
If fascism had been nothing more than castor oil and the club that is not, a proud passion of the best Italian youth, the blame is on me. If fascism has been a criminal association, then I am the chief of the criminal association.
Bravo, Mussolini!
If all the violence has been a result of a particular historical, political, and moral atmosphere, the responsibility is mine, because I have created this atmosphere with propaganda from the days of intervention down till today. It was finished because I was restraining it, that this was dead because I was punishing it, and because I had the audacity to say so. But if I were to employ the 100th part of the energy in unleashing it that I have used in restraining it, you would understand them.
Bravo! Mussolini!
There's no need for this, because the government's strong enough to break the Aventine sedition completely and definitively.
Viva Duce! Viva Duce!
Gentlemen, Italy wants peace and quiet, work and calm. I will give these things with love, if possible, and with force, if necessary.
We are with you, Duce! Bravo! Bravo!
You may be sure that within the next 48 hours after this speech, the situation will be clarified in every field.
Bravo!
Everyone must realize that what I am planning to do is not the result of personal whim, or lust of power, or ignorable passion, but solely the expression of my unlimited and mighty love for the fatherland.
Long live Mussolini! Long live Mussolini! Long live Mussolini! Long live Mussolini!
You say that the country is calm. Well, if you're willing to be content with that kind of calm, during these last 2 or more years of government, we have gone through various phases. In some of these, there prevailed what I would call private violence of the fascist party and its organizations. This violence was deplored, even by the government. Then there followed government restrictions on personal freedom, with the justification that this was the way to contain the aforementioned violence. Now we have both. We have both governmental reaction and party violence.